Pretty cool. Made that myself. Not gonna lie. I think it looks dope. But yeah, let's get serious, guys. Today we are going to be making a beat for Brent Faiyaz. So something like R&B, smooth, but more like modern R&B. You know, not on a singing, dance in the rain kind of R&B, you know. Of course, I'm going to be using the DaVinci one-shot kits. Special thanks to everybody that's gone out and purchased it, and I've got a ton of really great feedback so far. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so we're using a BPM of about 92. First sound we're going to use is the blonde piano right here, and I played with the settings and I just turned the attack down a little bit. It just makes it so when I press the note, it's a little bit less harsh than maybe this. A little bit softer, so this is like a good trick for R&B. If you pull it out, you could turn this into like a pad. It's also good for getting rid of like a clicking sound, like if you have a bass line and you don't want the clicking sound, just play with the attack and this will work for one-shots and VSTs as well. We're just going to do two really long chords. I'm going to start with the minor because I want it in like a minor key. It's good for RnB beats. I want a big chord like that. And then one thing that's like a good way to know if your chords are going to sound good together is like right here. I'm adding the second line of chords. And this is a major chord, but it all like lines up with this right here. So strum a little bit so it sounds a little bit more real. Then I'm just going to throw some RC20 on this. Just want it to sound even more vinyl, and then I want to make this piano sound a little bit spacier. So I just turn up the space knob right here. And then most of the songs have mainly like lower frequencies, and I've just been like vibing with lower frequencies a lot, so I just cut out the highs and lows right here. Perfect. Next sound I'm using is the Hobbit synth from the kit, and I just played with attack a lot to make it sound more like a pad. So it kind of like builds up. It's like a super cool little effect I like to do with these one-shots. And then I just play with the release a little bit, but they're chords, so you don't really have to worry about the release. And I just copied the exact same effects for this synth right here. Alright, so the next sound I added was just this bellow bells, which is also in the kit. And then I extended the release almost all the way for this sound, just so even after you press it, you still hear it for a little while. So for example, and then just to give you guys some logic on this counter melody, like why I did what I did, if I just push this up, I'm basically just following all these notes that are in the chord. And if you look here, I start at like the top of this chord and then just kind of work my way down. On both of these notes, the top note right here, I add another one kind of in the middle, but then I don't add anything else. Just kind of adds like a nice bit of space. Especially for like an R&B beat, you don't want to fill it up too much. You really have to be careful not to add too many sounds because you have someone that's going to be singing and their voice is kind of the focal point of the beat. All right, so next sound I got right here is just this turnt bass. It's one of my favorite bass lines from the kit, which has quite a few. As for your bass lines, you kind of want something with like a little bit of rhythm. So here I'm following the root notes, but then I'm also going off of them towards the end. I'm going on to another note that's also in the chord that's being played, but it's like right before it changes into the next one, so it sounds pretty good. So here's what it sounds like. It's a nice vibe so far. And then with his bass line, as usual, I just went here, stretch, and then turn everything off except the hold. Found this sound in Arcade, and I'm like, I feel like it kind of fits, but I'm not 100% sure if I want to leave it. But here's how it sounds. Okay, I gotta leave that in. I think that sounds pretty perfect. And now, yeah, it's just onto the drums. We're gonna use the 8-bit drum kit as usual. I feel like that's probably my best drum kit for these types of beats. Freestyle time. All right. Freestyle R&B time, I should say specifically. Just give me a couple times to let it loop, and then, we're going to do something beautiful. Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-uh. Yeah. Damn.
Dylan XO.